I must be starting to sound like a broken record, but it will come to no surprise to many of you, but the SBA is continuing to screw over millions of small businesses. The portal is broken for many, and even those that have a working portal, most are being denied without any reason or recourse. There's a lot to unpack here for us to go over on the EIDL program. And when will you finally get the money that you were promised over a year ago? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, paramedic, and Bonnie and Clyde are outside hanging out by the pool. I know I've said this a bunch of times, but guys, the only way we're going to get our $10,000 EIDL grant and our $5,000 bonus is by standing together and making our voices heard. Make sure you comment down below with the hashtag TeamEIDL, that is TeamEIDL, and share this video everywhere on social media. Tag all your politicians, local news stations, everyone. Let's put the pressure on DC to finally get off their ass and save all of our businesses. And of course, before I go any further, very quick reminder, as of course you guys already know, I have a team of outstanding lawyers that used to be kept chained up in the basement, but now that I'm in Florida, I guess they get to hang out by the pool with Clyde. Anyways, the only problem with these lawyers is they get a little bit rowdy when I make a video, and the only way to calm these lawyers down is to give a quick disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal financial tax advice. You get the point. Also, while I have you here, why don't you check out Webull, link down below. Deposit $100 and you will get 2 free stocks. Or if stock investing is not exactly your thing, you can check out the other pinned video down below where you can get the equivalent of 40 free lottery tickets every single week without any risk. All right, enough of all the ads. Let's get to today's video. Let's start with the denial letter that came in from the SBA on the targeted EIDL advance. I was pretty sure that I was already denied for this a long time ago, but I heard nothing from them. And the portal just started saying declined whenever I would log in. I was a little confused as to the word declined. Does that mean that they declined to offer me the grant, or I declined to accept it? Remember that stupid checkbox that you had to check? Did that mean that I just forgot to check it, even though I know I didn't? So let's switch over to the letter. It says that my business was not eligible because the applicant did not substantiate the required reduction in gross receipts. Well, obviously the public school education system ill-prepared this government bureaucrat to perform their job duties with basic math skills. My business had a 37% drop in revenue, and the numbers that I provided to them showed them that. These are the same numbers that I showed my local bank to be used to approve our second round of PPP funding. The bank was able to do basic arithmetic without any issue. Thankfully, I followed my own advice and the same advice of other YouTubers like Jason and Vitali, where they recommended that we take a screenshot of the numbers that were entered into the portal. And when that was submitted, I had documentation of exactly what I provided to them. The letter continues by claiming that unverifiable information. During the loan underwriting process, there were one or more items that were reviewed that caused the SBA to question the validity of certain information you submitted as part of your application. Excuse me, what? Could you be a little more specific? I asked for clarification about what their crackpot CSI rejects think that they found that was inconsistent or inaccurate. Hell, they can't even do basic math. So my confidence level in their abilities is pretty low. I await a response from them on this letter, and I'll let you guys know if I hear anything back from them. But as always, I kind of have more confidence that Taylor Swift will start walking into this studio and beg me to go out with her, rather than the SBA get anything right. Seriously, they've had a year to work out the bugs and all the kinks in their system, yet they still cannot figure out even the most basic of application processes. Now let's switch over to an email that they sent me yesterday morning. This one was in response to my email complaining that the portal was not functioning correctly. The email says, in part, "Thank you for contacting the Small Business Administration Center regarding your blah, 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 blah. It says, we apologize if you received an error while attempting to complete your increase request. In most cases, despite the error, the increase was successful. To confirm, you can refresh your screen or log back in and you should see the status of updated to submitted." And it gives me some steps of what to do. It says, the request more funds button will only be visible if your current loan amount is not already to the maximum loan amount. It then tells me that you'll be asked to enter in information saying has anything changed with any owners of 20% or more of the company, like bankruptcies, etc. It then also asks you what tax form that you use, and then next that there's a slider that you can select your increased loan amount. It says you'll also be required, or at least you may be required, to sign an IRS Form 4506-T, allowing the SBA to obtain the tax transcripts directly from the IRS. Once this has been submitted, you will be able to get your loan increase submitted for processing. Basically, this was a polite way of saying, Steven, you must be a dumbass, because our SBA system works completely perfectly. And if you're having any trouble, then it's because you obviously screwed up. Now, leave us alone, you small-minded little peasant. Oh, how much I love the government's disdain for all of us. Remember, the tax-paying citizens? Well, I politely replied to their email, thanking the rep for emailing me back, and I reiterated to them that I did originally see the request for more funds button. I then answered the questions that it asked, just like they sent in this email, and then when I tried to use the slider and submit it, that was when the error appeared. Now when I log into the portal, it doesn't show anything about that, it just shows what my status was before. Let me switch over to the portal real quick. As you can see from the portal, I no longer have anything saying that I can apply for additional funds. It says that we were funded for $265,600 and funds have been dispersed to our account. This was the original loan given to us back during the first part of the CARES Act. It says my EIDL advance was declined and my targeted EIDL advance was declined. Shows the next steps to complete have been completely completed. Now, I know the letter says that the button will only be visible if your current loan is not already at the maximum loan amount. It is not. As you saw from the screenshot, our loan was $265,600, and that was during the first round. This was right when they were starting to cap the loans, as we were originally approved for the full $2 million loan. Then they lowered it to $265,000 before the final funding date. I was thankful that we were able to slide in even when they were starting to start that $150,000 cap, but it wasn't final at that moment. So we were able to kind of slide in and still get the $265,000. But you know that is obviously way less than the current $500,000 increased cap. I know many of you are in the same situation with errors on your portal. Have any of you received any firm answer from the SBA, or just the same form letter that I received that is about as useful as calling computer tech support and having them first ask you if the computer is plugged into power? Duh, obviously I tried that first. Anyways, I'm still waiting to hear back from them, so when I hear something, I'll let you guys know. I'm also waiting on delivery of more acoustic tiles for this new studio, and I hope that it mitigates some of this echo in the room. Hopefully the audio will improve soon. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it, as do Bonnie and Clyde that once again are just chilling out by the pool. Anyways, I'll see you on the next time.